Alright, y'all, it's Akil coming back to you from the Kingdom Company. I am so excited to break this thing down. It's been really busy, so Jamila and I, we just finished the Kingdom concert. That tier finished. We're going to have like a little recap video maybe that will drop. So I'm excited because today I'm breaking down one of the blog posts that I wrote, which is called God Qualifies You. A little Bible study. I know some of us are visual learners or opposed to textual learners, right? Y'all want to see it. People don't want to read a bunch of words. So I'm finna break this thing down to you. So God qualifies you. The reason why I wrote this is because I wrote it from a place of, I don't know if y'all can relate. Like, if you can relate, just say like, that's me. Sometimes God tells you to do something and it feels like you're not the person that's supposed to do it. You don't feel like you're qualified to do it, or you don't want to do it. So the text from which I'm going to be talking about today is Exodus chapter 3 and 4. One of my favorite prophets in the entire Bible. If y'all don't know, Exodus is the journey of the children of Israel from Egypt into the promised land, which lasted how many years? Read your Bible. 40 years. Glad you said 40 years. So Exodus 3 is the famous part of the Bible where God speaks to Moses from the burning bush, right? So at this point, God tells Moses, I want you to go ahead and tell Pharaoh, let my people go. Moses says to God, why should I do it? Like first of all, he didn't want to do it. One of the things that I love so much about this is it really makes me think about myself. So when you read the Bible and you see that God told Moses to do something, and then Moses says, I don't want to do it, that makes you realize that God's calling on your life doesn't have to be something that you feel like doing. Very often it will be something that you do not want to do. But guess what? Your feelings are less important to God than his word being fulfilled. I'm going to break that down again. So you and I's feelings are less important to God than it is for his word to be fulfilled. Which is not to say God doesn't care about your feelings. God cares about your feelings because your feelings are God-given. However, it's more important for you to go ahead and do what God said to do as opposed to saying you don't feel like it. So Moses says, God, like why should I do it? He doesn't want to do it. He comes up with 1,000 excuses. And God says to Moses, Moses says to God, I stuttered, why would I do it? And he says, who makes mouths? Oh, your boy was silent, right? So God was saying to him, I'm the one that makes mouths. I'm the one that created you. I'm the one that knows exactly what you can and cannot do because I'm telling you to go do it, which means you're qualified, right? So this is like a quick breakdown of what I want you all to get. God is the person that qualifies you. A word from God qualifies anything that he asks you to do. Moses was never qualified to set the children of Israel free until God said to do it. Because earlier in Exodus chapter 2, Moses sees a Hebrew being beaten by an Egyptian. What does he do? Your boy Moses wilds out. He's like 40 years old at this point, going crazy. He's 40 years old, runs over to the Egyptian, kills him, makes sure no one's looking, hides his body in the sand, comes back the next day, then sees his Hebrew brothers arguing with each other and says, why are you doing that? After that, they say, what are you going to do? Are you going to kill us like you did that Egyptian? Moses flees into Egypt. So in one way, in one season, his desire to right a wrong, right, that he was born into a time where the Egyptians were enslaving the Jewish people. His desire was to go ahead and rectify the wrong. He did not have the qualification or the go-ahead from God. It failed. It was murder. It caused him to flee. Now, in the third chapter, when God goes ahead and tells him, I want you to go ahead and set my people free, now he has the qualification, and God also gives him the promises. He says that after you all do it, after you free them from Egypt, you're going to come here and worship me on this very same mountain. If you read the Bible, that is exactly what happened. I want to talk about some scriptures here. So, scriptures that stood out to me, I'll put them on the side here, was, and Moses said unto God, who am I that I should go unto Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt? And he said, he being God, he said, certainly I will be with thee. And this shall be a token unto thee that I have sent thee. When thou hast brought forth the people of Egypt, you shall serve. Again. So then Exodus 4 verses 10 through 12. But Moses pleaded with the Lord. Sounds like your boy, God. I ain't trying to do it. Pleaded with the Lord, oh Lord, I'm not very good with words. I never have been, and I'm not now. Even though you have spoken to me, I get tongue-tied, and my words get tongue-tied. Then the Lord asked Moses, who makes a person's mouth? Who decides whether people speak or do not speak? Hear or do not hear? See or do not see? It's I, is it not? The Lord. Now go, I will be with you as you speak, and will instruct you in what to say. You're qualified because God said you are. Make sure before you go forth that you have a word from God, and you'll be qualified in that way. I hope this blessed you all. Y'all be blessed, and stay tuned for more blogs. I'm out.